story I want to tell you is about the first time I tried to have sex after a breakup with my long-term partner. So his name was Chris, my partner. We'd been together for like 3.5 years, which is not a long time. Like, the first storyteller tonight was with her husband for like 30 years, and I'm like, not me. But it's not like no time. And I thought I was gonna marry this person, and like, life is hard, and sometimes you just realize you fell in love with a fuckboy, and that's tough, right? So, and that was it. It was just like 3.5 years of me dragging him along and like giving ultimatums and being like, well, I'm done. And him being like, wait, I'm a changed man. And me being like, thank God. And it just like not ever being true. And so finally it ended, and I took the time and like recentered, got to know myself again, and like remembered what songs are my favorite and what food is my favorite, and like not catering to someone else. And finally I was ready to date, and I did the thing that we all fucking hate doing unless you're a psychopath, and I downloaded a dating app, and I started doing that. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. If you want to like hate yourself and hate everyone around you, it's a great thing to do, because it's just like online dating is bleak, so bleak. So I do that, and I also have ADD, so I do this thing where like you scroll, and it's like fun, right? It's like serotonin, because you match, and you're like, you're cute, you seem okay, I don't think you're gonna kill me or anything, right? And then I like have matched with like 15 people, and now I have to have 15 conversations with 15 strangers, and just like, ah! And then I like just get overwhelmed, and I just stopped talking to all of them, which is like, I'm the worst person to talk to online, right? Like, that's not fun for anyone. But so I did manage to connect with this person in real life. His name was Dan, and he was just like really smart and really sweet and really kind and had his shit together and was just so painfully boring. And I remember talking to my sister about it, and she was like, I don't know, girl, like, after everything you've been through with your ex, like, boring might be the move. And I was like, I agree. I think that boring, yeah, maybe it's like, it's not that he's boring, it's that I'm insane. And so he's just normal, and I'm not, and like, get used to it. Like, this is the person that you should chase for a little while. And we went on a few dates, and he was just like so mild-mannered, and I don't know, like very smart, and we'd have nice conversations, but I felt like I was initiating everything. And I don't know, I was like, I didn't want to do that thing where I'm like pulling someone along. I felt like I was doing that, but in a very different way. Because with my ex, it was like, I didn't have he brought nothing to the table except just like a really great dick, you know? 10 out of 10 dick. And like, I would have been gone if not for that, like years ago. So here I am trying to be an adult, like, it's not all about that, girl. Like, grow the fuck up, right? So here I am with boring ass Dan, and one day I had to work a night shift. I'm a nurse. I'm a pediatric nurse. Let me be around children. And so I had a night shift, and he was like, how about I cook you dinner? I'll come to your house and cook you dinner before your night shift. And I was like, yeah, that's hot. And this was like the 4th or 5th date. And if you're a slut like me, that's a long time before you have sex with someone. So I'm like, tonight is happening. We're gonna have dinner. I'm gonna have sex with this guy. We need to figure it out, because like I can't go any longer without knowing what his deal is in bed, right? So he cooks me dinner, and I remember him like in my kitchen with my cutlery slicing garlic, and I was like, all right, Dan. And we had dinner. I don't remember what he made. I remember the garlic. And then I remember sitting on my couch after dinner, and I'm like straddling him, making out, and we're like doing some heavy petting, and he just did not seem that into it. And I don't know if you've ever been in the situation where you're like the pursuer and they're not giving you the feedback you're looking for. It's super duper awkward, and you feel like a predator. And I did not like that, so I stopped and was like, did my check-in, like, hey, we don't have to go any further if you don't want to. Like, it's all Gucci. And he was like, oh no, it's whatever you want, girl. And I was like, whatever I want. I'm like straddling you on my couch right now. Like, I feel like I'm sending you all the signals, Dan. And he was like, okay. And then he picks me up and he walks me over to my bedroom. And I was like, all right, here we go. This is what I was hoping for. And then we proceeded to have the worst sex of my entire life. It was like tragic, literally. Like, I don't use that word lightly, but he kept like putting me on top. Oh, sorry, there goes the pencil. Yeah, he kept like rolling me on top, and I was just like, all right, like, I'll ride that dick to hell, whatever, but like, I want you to do a little something, like, show me that you're into this. I'm on top of him, and at one point it was like, he was just like on his back, arms at his side, like, I'm like, I'm sorry, am I boring you right now? And then at one point, he goes, come for me, baby. And I was like so grossed out, you guys. Like, I just wanted to be like, do you know how far away I am from this happening? Like, that is an insane thing to say right now. Like, I can't believe, like, no one talks to me that way. Even in like our hottest moment, like, gross. Like, I was disgusted. I wanted to fucking vomit on him. Not like oat milk vomit, but like, not. So anyway, it ends, and I'm so quick to throw him out of my house. I'm like, yeah, I should really put my scrubs on and go see the children now. Like, bye. He leaves, and I proceeded to sob in my bathroom by myself, because in my head, the best days of my sex life are over. My pussy's dried up. It will never be as good as I had it before with that fuckboy. And I called one of my best friends on earth. His name is Zach. And like, spoiler, Zach and I have like a whole thing going on. But like, so I call Zach, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and like, he's a really nice guy, and like, I don't know, maybe it was a fluke, but I don't think it is. Like, I kind of knew, just looking at him, he's bad in bed. Like, I knew that before I went into it, and I was just like, don't be that way, Kristina. And then like, I was right, and I hate it when like, you don't want to be right, but you're fucking right at the end of it. And so what I told him, because I'm an honest person, I said to Zach, like, I think I just need to, like, it has to end. Like, clearly we can't come back from that. Like, I cannot recover from that. So I'm like, I think I just need to end it. That's a given. And I think I need to just be honest and tell him, like, we're just not sexually compatible. And Zach was like, don't do that. That's a horrible idea. You're going to scar him, and he's going to think he's bad in bed for the rest of his life, and he'll like never be able to get a hard on ever again. And I was like, well, he should know some things, like maybe some notes. Like, I think I'd be doing him a service, actually. And he was like, Kristina, don't. And so I just was like, sent the text like, hey, I'm really sorry. I'm realizing that I'm not ready to date right now, which was like a total fucking lie. And if a woman tells you that, like, she's probably lying, and it's probably because your dick is trash, but it's the right thing to do. So I will say that, like, I'm grateful that I have a friend like Zach who gives me good advice and fucks me occasionally properly. And also, like, I've moved on from that, and like, have a very rich sex life now. And like, a friend of mine who's in the audience right now said to me, Kristina, it's great. I love the stories you're telling me lately, and it feels like you're in like your, like, what did you call it? A moment? No, someone else told me I was having a moment, and I really love that. I think what I heard was I'm in my slutty girl era, and I'm here for that. So thank you guys.